So I just do that. This is just working. Is it? I don't know. Who knows? Anyway. We're live, I think. I don't even know. Time for this Man United barbecue, the cookout. I mean, like, I've got a little list going on here. The points of the game. Hopefully Arsenal don't score before I get through my little points of the game. Yeah, the just to get it the first thing off the bat is number 5. It doesn't matter, right? So, whoa, they're gonna score already. It's gonna be 1-0 already. Right, here we go. No. Yeah, number 5. It doesn't matter, right? There's no importance going on. This is the end of this whole saga. This is the end of hopefully this playing style, this manager. It's the end of a lot of things, right? So we've just got to bear with for 2 more games. So point number 5, it does not matter what happens in this game, just as Arsenal have a corner. But yeah, I did these points before I saw the lineup. I'm fine. I would be fine. I'm fine with Ahmad playing. I don't understand why anyone's got a problem with that. Oh, Jesus. Let's get it to where it's not just continuous pressure so I can get through my points. Saka on the ball on the right hand side. Ahmad, United trying to ease off a bit of pressure. Yeah, so my point with the lineup, if you'd have played Anthony as well, so then you'd have had Anthony, you'd have had Ahmad in the 10, and then you'd have had Garnacho, which is a kind of 3 across that kind of creative third. Like, there's elements where that can be okay. It's all right just going, oh my God, look at that. What's that going to be like? 3 players, low centre of gravity, can keep the ball. Garnacho gets a bit excited, but he still can keep it here and there. Ahmad and Anthony can keep possession. So I thought, that'd be quite nice. But then obviously he's gone with Scott McTominay because I think he feels the only way that Man United are going to get anything out of any game is... one sec. Yeah, the only way Man United are going to get anything out of any game is if we kind of try and do what we did against Liverpool when he at the beginning of his tenure, where we were just trying to go aggressive, gung-ho, try and blow them away. Liverpool, that is, when we beat them 2-1. To kind of kickstart a Ten Hag's tenure. And I think that's the problem with Ten Hag, that the early... Man United looking just to clear their lines. Garnacho cleared only as far as Partey into Odegaard in the box. Saka. Ooh, decent play. But yeah, I think just Ten Hag's early games really scarred him in both ways. When he got beaten, so how badly sometimes he got beaten against Brentford, especially against Brentford in the first half. I think that really changed his mind in regards to being a lot more pragmatic. But also when we beat Liverpool, so both had their effect. The losses and the wins early had the effect. So yeah, that hence why he has played McTominay instead of playing Anthony. So you could literally play Anthony in the 10. I don't see why people don't talk about that more often as well. But Anthony or Ahmad, Casemiro. No. Casemiro looking for Højlund there over the top. Oh, there we go. Højlund! Oh. Little bit of a donkey, isn't he? But yeah. Good pressure on the ball. McTominay wins it. Pressing. Slides in and then it just breaks to Højlund, who kind of... I think I don't know how he scooped that over. He slipped. I don't know. He slipped or he's kind of hit his other foot. Yeah, the ball's kind of hit he's just, I don't know, he's basically kicked the shit out of his other foot. The Shrek donkey. Anyway, let's not talk shit. Like we said, it doesn't matter. So, hate's not going to get us anywhere, is it? We've gone past the point of anger. I feel like United fans now, they're angry all the time. It doesn't really make sense. But we've not started too bad. This is kind of a typical Manchester United start against a rival. Do you know what I mean? When the ego gets damaged so much when they go, you know what, we're gonna give it our all, in this game. And people say, right, why can't Manchester United play like they play in certain spells against like Liverpool and Arsenal at home, etc.? Because when Manchester United play and give it their kind of all, they're giving 100%, and you can't give 100% in like for a long period of time. You can't go 100% effort, and that's what Manchester United do. They go, right, we're playing against the City or Arsenal or Liverpool. We're going to go absolutely crazy. Like today's a bit of a slower start because of the weather, but yeah, they normally go at it with 100% effort. It's like it's safe in boxing or whatever. If you're just going crazy for 2 or 3 rounds with the idea of hopefully I'll knock him out, because I know if I go steady for 12 rounds, he's just going to absolutely destroy me. That's kind of Man United's kind of game plans against the bigger teams. They kind of try and swarm them early doors and try and land as many shots as they can. But Arsenal are just chilling. They're not trying to press too crazily. They're sitting back. I think the idea is United do like to kind of like blow their load early doors. Garnacho on the ball, cutting inside, shoots, nothing. Wan-Bissaka, right to Wan-Bissaka. Ahmad cuts inside. Ahmad to Garnacho. Looks pretty nice. It's not too bad, man. It's not too bad so far. Lively. Garnacho's looked alright. Ahmad's looked good, as he has done every time he's played. Looking dangerous. Looking more dangerous, arguably, than anybody else has played on the right-hand side, as he has done all season. But yeah, nice little ball inside to Garnacho. And these little 5-yard passes that everybody likes to take the piss out of. We don't like 5-yard passes. We don't like tippy-tappy football. Such a weird propaganda thing, that, on good football. Garnacho, the corner. Ooh. Raya fumbles it a little bit. Falls to Ahmad on the right-hand side. Cuts inside. Good jinky feet. Could have gone down then. Amrabat tries to recycle the ball. Trossard breaks. And this is what Arsenal have been looking for the counter. Yeah, Amrabat does well. Amrabat's got a lot of stick, I feel. My God, how poorly has been used for starters. When you bring someone in and just don't really give them any game time whatsoever, and another Ten Hag issue, right? How he kind of utilises players. Yeah, I think Amrabat's been kind of... If you get mistreated by the manager in regards to playing time and that kind of thing, right? One sec. Am I recording here, bro? It is working. Say something. Yeah, sick. Buzzing. Yeah, I didn't know, man. What the fuck the crack is with it. Let's get this going back on. Hopefully, there's been a goal already. Whoa. Yeah. Right. Back in. Also look pretty just set, compact. Like I said, Man United's only real thing at Old Trafford is being able to gain momentum early doors. If they don't get anything early doors, we wilt as a team. Man United wilt. So all you have to do is kind of just keep it sedentary with Manchester United for 10-15 minutes. And then they get into this like lull. We're incapable of creating our own energy and our own rhythm in the game. Or the only rhythm and cadence we have is just like real quick aggression and yeah, Arsenal look a tiny little bit shaky, just a bit. But yeah, my little points were just midfield battle in regards to if we press so high, and it seems that we're respecting them a little bit more, right? So we're kind of sitting in a little bit more. When Bruno obviously doesn't play, you just are more compact as a team naturally, right? So I don't know whether it's because of tactics or just in regards to just profile in general. So yeah, it's not been as horrific as it could be. But Arsenal are kind of like trying to keep possession a little bit more now. Right, with the long ball. Dalot obviously playing on the left to deal with Saka, which is interesting, right? Instead of playing, you'd think that you'd put Wan-Bissaka on the left. But Wan-Bissaka is good at kind of like when he does come in. He is actually really underrated, Wan-Bissaka, in regards to his short 5-10 yard passes and being able to actually like get past the player quite easily because he's so long and kind of awkward with his and languid with his movement and his kind of like running stride. He can kind of just like dink past the player like really quickly and without really a lot of effort, with just like a couple of really big strides. But yeah, I do just only think that a bit more of a cohesive midfield, a bit more like Ahmad dropping in, getting on the ball. Like, that's what I mean, man. If it's not working in a certain area, like, drop in. Unlucky. Well played, Ahmad. Good strength, lad. Good strength. And on played a good ball, but absolutely rocketed it into him. The touch wasn't even that bad, though, but the Arsenal player was just onto him. But yeah, keeping it fine. Arsenal are obviously sitting back, so it's not such insane news that we're keeping the ball, but at least it's a little bit more cohesive. You see that the gaps between Mainu, McTominay and Amrabat aren't so big. They're not huge. See in the middle of midfield now, Casemiro kind of comes in, Mainu. So basically, Casemiro will drop in onto kind of like Havertz and push in, and then it creates like a three of Amrabat, Mainu and Casemiro. Casemiro just comes in between the two of them, and then you've got McTominay kind of patrolling and being the pressure from the front in that kind of number 10 space, stopping the balls coming through into the middle. United actually, like, this is the thing. This is a team where every single player actually wants to do their job, but that's the one thing you can say, right? Like, Garnacho does his job, whether you like him or not. I don't rate him that much. Wow. Dalot breaking centrally. Ooh. Looking to play it out to Ahmad, but good defending by Trossard getting back. We look alright, man. It's not like, listen, everything obviously needs to change. It's not like, oh, yeah, like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. No. Well, there is light at the end of the tunnel because next season, the new ownership. Anyway, Ahmad, corner, in swinger. Breaks to Wan-Bissaka, who goes all the way back to Onana. Arsenal looking a bit nervous, to be fair. I think that Fulham game was probably a game where they thought, because of Spurs' bad form, everyone kind of started turning towards Fulham being the game that could have been actually a banana skin for Manchester City. And then when you see 4-0 and how easy it was, it is deflating. It's deflating for me as a United fan to see City do that. So imagine being an Arsenal player, right? You're looking for energy from it, right? And no matter how much, there have been players that have gone, I'm not watching it, they're going to smash them, right? But no matter how much you try and tell yourself that City are going to win, when you're in a title race like that. Mainu on the ball. Back to Wan-Bissaka, decent little. We're just keeping the ball, right? They're sitting back. Nice. Dalot. And the ball's getting... Yeah, see, that's where I get it, right? Dalot comes into that space. The thing is what's interesting. with having your fullbacks invert. I think this started with the inverted fullbacks is when you have fullbacks that are just such good ball players that you can use them centrally, and it obviously helps with the counter attack. And when teams press so high, you want central kind of pressure if the ball breaks. I'll get all that, but you surely want your best players in those positions on the ball. You don't want your best players to vacate those positions, and then all of a sudden you've got fullbacks. Which, granted, Dallow's a decent full on the ball. Wan-Bissaka's good at certain elements of being on the ball. Shaw's okay on the ball, but not as like creative tens where they're going to really cause a lot of damage. Like Dallow's got a good shot on him, but that doesn't mean you should be there. When have you seen Dallow slip a slide rule ball through to like Højlund or anybody? You just don't see it, right? You just don't see it. Arsenal trying to kind of push up a little higher up the pitch. Yeah, it's probably what you want to do, right? Get a bit of possession, push a bit higher. They have been sat really deep for pretty much 16 minutes and letting United just have possession. Good switch out to the left for Trossard, a bit of space. Good cross into the box. My fucking volume here is way too loud, right? I don't even need it that close. McTominay battling, but gives the ball away to Odegaard. McTominay on it again. Nearly gives it away to Havertz. But yeah, Arsenal definitely now. If you just see now, they're just centre back to Campton on the halfway line, and they're just trying to, get a bit of ground back and get a bit of positioning back right on the field. You can't they were sitting back, but there wasn't a lot of. You can sit back and then you have to see right how does the other team cope with us with this deep line. Man United weren't losing possession in dangerous areas. Odegaard looking to slip Havertz in. We just never see that kind of traditional scenarios where our number 10 gets on the ball. Number 10's obviously then going to kind of like move in to the left like one direction, and then the run's going to go in the other direction and the ball's going to get reversed. We never see that, right, do we? What Odegaard just attempted. Look at Saka making the runs there in between the full-back and the centre-back. These things have never changed in football. These have always been the things. All these new formations and people are still making all the same runs as they have been for the past 20 years. Arsenal definitely getting on the ball a lot more now and just basically camping us into our own box. But yeah, going back to that point. So Arsenal were just kind of in a low block. And if you're in a low block, you can just see, right, are we going to get chances in a low block, basically? Is this because they don't need to be in a low block, so it's like it's obviously it's a diffuser of the crowd, I should imagine. I can't hear it, but they look pretty dead. It's hot. They'll probably be just tired, and Manchester people are pretty laid back anyway. So it's a diffuser of the crowd. Good ball there from Gabriel into... I don't know who that is, bro. Yeah, who knows? Casemiro clears. Gabriel again, nice. Breaks to Trossard. Centrally into Odegaard. Just nice and relaxed by Arsenal, who looked like a comfortable team with pedigree. Do you know what I mean? Definitely mentality has changed and progressed. A lot more calm. But yeah, so if you're in a low block, right, let's get back to my point, Jesus Christ. If you are in a low block, so if you're in a low block, you see then, right, are we getting opportunities? So when the other team are giving the ball away to us, do we have breaks on? Are we picking them off on the counter? Are we having close calls? Should we keep this up kind of thing, right? But in that period, that Arsenal didn't really create too much on the counter. So then it's like, right, this isn't working. Let's push up a little bit higher now. That's not necessarily a conscious decision. It could be subconscious. Havertz picking up the ball there on the right-hand side, into the box. 1-0. Easy work, mate. Great goal. Easy work. United. And that's how you do it. Let the floodgates open, right? Easy. Good play by Havertz. Good cross. there's only one thing you could do, right? Surely you have to stop the cross, and then surely you have to stop someone at the near post. Hopefully you can't hear that. So Onana with the ball. Clears the ball. Yeah, so Casemiro's keeping him onside. So that's what happens. Casemiro keeps everyone onside. Havertz gets on the ball. Evans. See, like, what's Wan-Bissaka doing there, bruv? Come on, bruv. Surely there's only that there's because he's so far up the pitch. There's only one player in the box. Casemiro didn't look once. Not once. Casemiro looks. Not once. Casemiro doesn't look once, mate. Not once. Surely you've got to cut that ball out. Surely you got to look over your shoulder. Anyway, like point number 5 says, it does not matter, right? It does not matter. One would think the first goal of many. But yeah, I didn't actually go through all those little points that I made. They will be better, right? This is just my first proper live stream. The thing is, a live stream, you got to be like a goofball, haven't you? You got to be like entertaining, scream and shout. I just need to do this fucking channel because I want to do it. I need to get all my thoughts out. I think about this shit and talk about it with people at work anyway, so I might as well do a stream about it, right? But yeah, lives, I don't know. Surely it's about shorts. Trying to give a bit more knowledge, more so than just screaming. Because a lot of these football channels are just entertainment. The big channels are entertainment channels, right? You want people to make you laugh while you're watching the football, I suppose. That's kind of like where it's at, really. But hopefully there is an audience that actually want a bit more of an insight into the actual game. But yeah, very mature, relaxed start by Arsenal. It wasn't working, picking us off on the counter-attack, so they kind of moved up the pitch. And then with that kind of like mid-pressure, that mid kind of territory block that they were kind of putting on, it wasn't even like a full-blown attack on the box or a full kind of threat onto the box positionally. Just with a little bit of pressure, then yeah, United crumble. Casemiro isn't a centre-back, right? So it is what it is, right? Again, 0.5. It does not matter. Arsenal again down the right hand side. They're testing it out once more. Exactly. Ooh. And this is another good sign for Arsenal fans because now they're a little bit more. That could be a coincidence, right? They're either going to break through the middle on the left or on the right. But they broke down the right. Will score from across on the right hand side and then go down there again, right? Looking for it again, seeing right. Is that something we can look at again? Is that a weak point? So it shows actual thought, and it's hard to. What's Højlund doing, the idiot man? What's he doing? What are you on about, bro? You just pulled him back because you're not strong enough. Come for the ball, people. Like, come for the ball. Drop really deep. Just drop deep. Get on the ball. Shaking your head at? What are you shaking your head at? Ten Hag shaking his head? What are you shaking your head at, bro? Idiot. Now, tempo obviously will just be a little bit down anyway because of the heat, but... Yeah, after that first kind of initial burst of like some, because we had some decent possession and it feels good to just knock the ball about. So that first 15 minutes, even though there wasn't really many chances created at all, and Arsenal let us have the ball, it still feels nice. Trust me, just to knock it about because United just don't do that. Just with Ahmad dropping a little bit deeper and even Garnacho getting the ball again. I don't really like Garnacho, but. They would have found a little bit of comfort anyway from keeping the ball for the first 10-15. But let's see how they react, because normally it's not too good. But not to just constantly harp on about Bruno and Rashford. When things aren't going well with Bruno and Rashford, it's not like they're not going to try and get you out of a hole, even though everyone's like, what? Bruno's the only one that tries. But when it starts going crap against big six teams, Bruno, he does not enjoy it, right? And it's not necessarily a massive help him being on the pitch in these kind of scenarios. It really isn't. But at least we're not getting absolutely walloped, right? 1-0 is chilling. 1 sec. I don't know, 1 second to, because oh dear. It's so hot, bro. Oh. See, just come back seeing Saka getting manhandled by Dalot. Just and yeah, there you go. Here's my point. Boom. So it's good in it when I make these points, and then so that one, that number 4, yeah. Enthusiasm. That was meant to be a versus, but I just didn't have space. So yeah, enthusiasm versus aggression, and this is what this is. People talk about the Prem being aggressive and the Prem being aggressive and physical and all this. It's like, it's not about that. The enthusiasm. So that's about being in the right position, being aggressive with your positioning more so than being aggressive like man to man. And that's what this is. You've got like Højlund and McTominay and like, I don't know, Casemiro. They're aggressive, so they're going to try and get stuck in, and when they get frustrated, they're going to kick you and all that. Saka breaking, spreads the ball out wide to Rice. Nice. Trossard on the left. Oh, he just runs into... Ooh. Oh, yeah, Jorginho, that is. I was thinking, who's this geezer? I didn't even recognise Jorginho. That was a nice little slice fade shot by the Jorginho that was blocked. It was tracking, though. Saka in the box, turns, knocks it into Declan. Oh, was that Declan? Oh no, Ben White. They all look the same, don't they? Declan, Ben White. Saka was probably a smidge offside there. And then we got Juve. I've been really just more asked about watching Italian and French football, man. Just on Beat It on TNT. I enjoy it better. I enjoy the French league, man. So we got, Salernitana. Said that like a proper English dude, right? Højlund's just got did nothing, mate. Yeah, it's Juve Salernitana, so we'll watch that as well. I always thought it was Salernitana. Oh no. But yeah, we've got that on the big screen. And then we got United Arsenal on the phone for now. I haven't got HDMI long enough to kind of go from. So I need the HDMI for the camera. Passes in final third. Last 10 minutes, United had 1. So that's where we're at after the last 10 minutes. After the first 15 to 20 minutes. But these players, they just never play together properly, do you know what I mean? But like when they do actually get on the ball, they're not too bad. It's better than it has been in regards to just keeping the ball. Like we've got to start from the basics, man. Just have a game where you keep possession good. And then you can think about chances. Keep the bloody ball. But it's a bit better now. We've moved up the pitch a little bit for the first time. It's weird at this game. It hasn't been very end to end. The ball was kind of in Arsenal's half for the first 15-20 minutes, and then they kind of kept it in our half for about 10 minutes when they scored. It hasn't been very end-to-end, which is kind of refreshing, if I'm honest. Ball, ricochets, breaks through. McTominay, I think Partey clears. Saka on the break. Jinx. Good tackle by Amrabat. Nice. He's a warrior, man. Mainu to Garnacho on the left. Garnacho just does nothing and falls over the ball. Mainu, nice feet. Nice feet. Mainu. Back to Garnacho. Cass. People calling for offside for some reason. Mainu. Up with the head. McTominay, do the only thing you can do. Get your head on the ball. You jarhead. And United recycled. See, we don't really do this, like just recycling the ball. You don't see this now. I'm convinced that the reason why we even getting into these positions is because Bruno's not playing. This isn't. There we go. Nice ball into Haaland. Do something, Haaland. Do something. Oh, you little donkey, bruv. That's poor, mate. That's poor, man. That is poor. That's what you want. That's what you moan that you don't get. Balls getting played into you. And do something. Do something. Don't get me wrong. Arsenal crowd him. 3 players crowd him. Good defending, right? But it's still poor, man. Good body defender because he was looked. You see how he had his hand out and he's there like looking for him. Defender just drops off and goes, bro, I ain't going tight with you. You're touching good enough out of the ball. He's battling. He's trying. But it's not enough. You know what I mean? I hate that. Oh, at least he tried. No. There's no at least he tries. It's... I haven't got a LUT on this camera, mate. Like, can we put a LUT on here now? Let's put a LUT. Yeah, we'll add a LUT now, man. Because this is just like the raw colour. Looking a bit pale, bro. Right, let's get onto this. Boom. Boom. It's better, right? Actual colour. Right. And yeah, that point number 3 that's there, no play back to goal. I was just presuming that Rashford was going to play, Bruno was going to play, Garnacho was going to play, Haaland was going to play, which all 4 of them just like to go one way, and none of them have any interest in dropping into pockets. Whereas now with this team, it's interesting. Garnacho is kind of like, because the team, Garnacho cuts in, deflected. Cass, breaks it, Wan-Bissaka. Out to Ahmad. There are things that are better here. Cass, ball into box, deep. Ben White, comfortable, back to Raya. But yeah, because of Ahmad, like if you just get enough good players on the pitch, a lot comfortable on the ball, then you'll start just playing. It's just not rocket science, is it? This football thing's very simple, mate. You put certain player profiles on the pitch, you start playing a certain way. You put other player profiles on the pitch, you play a different way. You put half kind of like physical athletes and half technicians on a pitch, and you get kind of a balanced team. I know that's simplifying it a lot, but there are truths to that. As you can see with Pep, he's got 4 Space Jam aliens as 4 centre-backs, and then a massive, incredible holding midfielder. They're all over the 6'2". They're like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". And then after that, you've just got all these technicians in the middle, just like all of these like incredible, beautiful players. And then you've got this big orc donkey up top. So Pep's just balanced it out, and then that sounds so simple, doesn't it? Right, just get it's an aggressive, athletic league, a lot of set piece goals. So let's make sure we're tall in certain areas, and then just like, but we're not going to lose our core of just playing really good football, which comes from that midfield, midfield number 10 zone, number 8, number 10 zone. Have loads of good number 8s and number 10s, right? You need a good bank of 8s and 10s, I think. I know that's, again, oversimplifying it, but sometimes it doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Managers are there, and the idea is they want to make everyone know that what they're doing is really effective. So sometimes they overcomplicate things. McTominay out to Ahmad. He is getting on the ball. Go on, do something, Ahmad. Good on, my son. Go on, lad. Nice. He's at least committing players, man. He said he's been fouled. Keep playing, bro. Keep playing. Please don't be injured, bro. Don't say your knee's done. Please don't say your knee's done. Nah, he's fine. He just got... Is that a pen? Nah. It's not a pen, but hopefully he's old. Don't be holding your knee, bro. Oh, no. He didn't even look like anything had happened then at all. I think you're fine. I think the idea is that he didn't look like nothing. His studs didn't get caught in the ground. Nah, nothing got twisted there, bro. You were in the air. I think you thought it was a pen, so you're staying down, hopefully. Yeah, there's no knee twisting going on there, brother, but you did go for your knee straight away, man. You're fine, bro. You're up. You're fine. Yeah, don't be injured, Ahmad, bro. You're literally some of the only reason why I want to even enjoy... Well, I don't enjoy watching Man United, but you're one of the only reasons why I get any type of enjoyment seeing you on the ball. But yeah, let's look at the goal again. So the ball breaks. Casemiro obviously keeps him onside, and then also just doesn't cover the near post. That ball, that's the only ball he can play. You have to cover that channel, brother. You have to, man. God. Like, this is the thing with Casemiro. He's not as done as everyone thinks he is. He's just signed out from this. He's like, what is this crap, mate? I'm out of here. Ronnie's on the phone. He's like, bruv, this is a joke. Get to Saudi. I've got 300 bags for you a week at Saudi. He's like, no problem. I'm there. He's like, I'll play you in a tight midfield 3, brother. I'll just get legs around you, and it's chilling. We got parties in the desert. It's calm. But yeah, this is what I mean. Again, 0.5 doesn't matter. Barada and Ashworth and Sadao Brailsford, that's what makes this fine. I've got no problem with it. Like, these games are basically pointless. That's why I just struggle to go on. Ball breaks, Ahmad to Højlund. Keep the ball. To Scott. Keep the ball. No. Oh, you donkey, bro. You are an absolute donkey. Corner Man United. It's interesting as well how far, obviously, people think Manchester United are from being okay. And we got dicked by Crystal Palace 4-0, etc., etc. It's just... we decided to pick a certain player profile, and Ten Hag has gone with picking the most... nearly a great goal there by someone for Juve. Beautiful left foot ping. Vlahovic with a lovely strike, man. But yeah, like the picking of McTominay in this team... Oh, Jesus Christ. The picking of McTominay in this team is because he didn't want to put Anthony on the right and Ahmad in the middle. Do you know what I mean? So Ten Hag shows what kind of player that he wants to trust and go for, and that is there's a pragmatism to what he's doing. It's like the worst type of pragmatism. He's trying to be gung ho in a physical way. It's like, and Ten Hag, I'm just lazy with it. I'm not really that bothered about football really anyway. But in before he was at Man United, he did an interview and he was talking about how it was when Liverpool in 2019. I think it was like, when they beat Bayern Munich 3-1 at the Allianz. Mane chipped the keeper. That Mane chip was Liverpool at their peak. That was like the peak, that time when he did that. That's peak Liverpool. But yeah, he was talking about how he was Liverpool the best playing team in Europe, which was interesting because Man City were there. Man City were like incredible then at that time, even better than they are now. And he decided to mention Liverpool as the best team in Europe. And who play the best football. That's the other thing. Fair enough if Liverpool win the Champions League, for example, that year, or win the league, and then you say, "Oh, Liverpool the best team." Yeah, cool, I get that. But when you say Liverpool played the best football, and a lot of people agree with that, they think, "Look at Casemiro there, man. He's just so not bothered. He's just not bothered at all, mate. He's not bothered at all." Oh God. Is what it is, bless him. He doesn't give a shit, does he, mate? If I was Casemiro, I wouldn't give a shit either, mate. Get me on holiday. Get me them Brazilian buns, bruv. Get me back to Brazilian barbecue. He's not in the Copa America squad. Just go and just run trains through 10 out of 10 Brazilian supermodels for 2 months. Drink as much as you can and then get yourself to Saudi for your last big fat bag. Do you know what I mean? Life's good. Garnacho into the box. Cross. Oh my God. This is the problem. It's like, how many donkeys have you got in your team? And if you've got too many donkeys in the team in certain areas, when the ball gets to the donkey, it breaks down, doesn't it? More often than not. And what happens also subconsciously is that other players around the donkey, they stop being as enthusiastic around them. So because they're not expecting anything to happen, they're expecting a bad touch. What happens with good players is the players around them start expecting that they're going to find them or the pass. If you're making a third man run and you can see the ball because you can see the picture better, you make that run if it's like Modric that's getting the ball. Do you know what I mean? Every time, because there's a big likelihood, because it's like football's energy expenditure at the end of the day. So it's a high energy expenditure game that it doesn't stop. It's not like it's a big pitch. You know what I mean? There's a lot of 100% exertion runs, then recoveries. So you got to play it right. You can blow your load, man, and then you're a sitting duck for the whole of the game. You never fully recover if you're absolutely gassed. I mean, considering obviously how bad United are and how good Arsenal are, right? Putting it simply, this is fine. This is fine, really. We could easily on a certain day, Man United can get beaten 6-0 by Arsenal, no problem. But I do think this is it's a more disciplined team without Bruno and Rashford for different reasons. Bruno works hard, but he runs around all over the shop. McTominay's sitting in a lot more. Do you see McTominay chasing down the goalkeeper like an idiot? You don't, do you? McTominay's on Partey. Would Bruno be on Partey? Would he? Fuck, mate. Bruno would be running past Højlund, closing down Raya, getting the crowd going. That's what Bruno be doing, little cheerleader. That's what he'd be doing. Old Eric got the the sand, the deserts. Oh, talk of the devil. There's Martial, not even in the kit, bro. Do you fancy coming in the tracksuit, the Man United kit? No, bro. I am not. The least amount of times Martial can wear the Man United badge until he leaves, the better. I think that's where his head's probably at. Odegaard. Amrabat's been decent, man. In terms, he is just good at unlucky. Not the greatest ball after, but you can tell that Amrabat's someone that needs reps. Because he's a big boy, man. He's a big lad. So he obviously takes a while to get going. So he needs sharpness, because for big dudes like that, it's easy for them to get sloppy and lazy or look sloppy and lazy. Nice little ball into Mainu. Out wide to Dalot, I think. Mainu with the ball in. Raya, easy. But it looks a little bit more cohesive. The thing is now with Arsenal, it's because it's such an important game for them to win, just to take it to, just to see if Spurs can do anything, or Wolves. I think City have got. It's important for Arsenal to just relax and basically a 1-0 for them. Like what Man United, this is the thing now. Man United will take this game at 1-0. And Arsenal will also take this game at 1-0. So both teams right now would love this result. 100% promise. So when that happens, you will see this more often. Teams just like letting the game peter out. %100. But yeah. Because remember there's a game in the Euros once where both teams needed a 1-1 draw, and it got to 1-1, and they blatantly though just knocked it about for 60 minutes. It was a big uproar. But this has got that kind of feel to it a little bit, right? Arsenal, like, listen, man, just keep the ball, and we won't do anything crazy to you. But if you want, it's like the Drake Kendrick beef, innit? Like, we're Drake and Arsenal are Kendrick, and they're like, listen, bro, good running from Amrabat into the box. Garnacho onto the ball. I don't really enjoy a winger's kind of too many block shots. It's a very Ronaldo thing to do, isn't it? Cut inside and just shoot, and then 9 blocks, and then eventually try and score one. But I feel like it's quite wasteful. You know what I mean? Especially in big games, you don't get a lot of chances. Like if it, like, bro, like the reality of it going through someone's legs, you don't really see it go through someone's legs. You see it go through people's legs when they're in the box, because defenders get more desperate and they're lunging more, right? Even with a big stride or like a slide tackle. So you see the ball go through players' legs more often, but outside the box, trying to just nail one, it doesn't really work. But yeah, as things stand, Arsenal their goal difference is only better than United by 3. But they'll take the 1-0. Yeah, chilling. Well, there's the first half. I'm not doing half time. I mean, no chance, mate. I'll be back for the second half. Peace to the ether, to the future watchers and comrades. But yeah, not like there was no chances for United. There was hardly any chances for Arsenal. The scenario played a factor in regards to United don't want to get twatted 8-0. Arsenal just want to win. Give us 3 points and we won't damage you too much. That's what the feeling is like. There's not a lot of gut action in both areas. Arsenal had a period of good positional kind of domination for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's when they scored their goal. Apart from that, United have had kind of good positional kind of like dominance to a certain extent, but not really created anything. Højlund's kind of looked quite mediocre in regards to his like actual retention of the ball. He does seem to be kind of involved when the ball does kind of get into Arsenal's defensive third. Ahmad's been lively, as in good on the ball when he's got the ball, dropped in a little bit deeper, come inside a little bit more, created that extra man, which I think's helped kind of to give the midfield a little bit more solidity. Casemiro obviously at fault for, you can't really, it's one of them when you're so deep. Because of the reason Casemiro was so deep for that goal was because of the the action that happened previously. So when it's obviously because of that, and that's the only time really when a defender is so deep, when there's been a previous action where he's cleared something and the defense is kind of still pushed up, so there's a big gap, and Havertz saw that, I think, and cleared, and then kind of like stayed in that gap, got on the ball. I'm not so bothered about that element of it, because like the offside part of it, because that happens. But then, because you're an experienced player, man, so then as you see Havertz converging kind of, but as you see basically Johnny Evans showing Havertz onto the outside, onto his right foot, right? There's literally only one ball that can be played, which is across the near post, and you're already there. But instead of covering the near post, he didn't even look once, and that's got nothing to do with a centre back or not. He's a centre mid. He's been looking over his shoulder his whole life, right? That's good ball. I'm watching the Juve games 18 minutes in. But yeah, you're a centre mid. You've been looking over your shoulder and looking like you're a defensive midfielder, right? That's kind of like, not typically, but you're a combative defensive Gattuso-like midfielder. So you've been looking positionally all the time, and he didn't look. He couldn't care less about these games. Neither could I. So can you blame him? But anyway, it is what it is. Be back for the second half. Peace.